Welcome back to another edition of Chat in the Hat. And today I have on my mediator's hat because, well, right now the country is divided. And it's divided over a very important topic, and that is Cracker Barrel. And on both sides, well, there's this heated debate. And now, for those of you that, are maybe uh, concerned that this is woke ideology, well, let's give Cracker Barrel the benefit of the doubt. Now, this might be that they found something that we haven't found, that they see something in business that we don't see. And so we want to give them the benefit of the doubt, if you will. And now, I want you to think about this. Now, if I wanted to attract a younger generation, well, I might think, well, I'd want to key in on some of the emotions of them eating there with, their families and their parents and growing up through the years and making it, more fun, more engaging. I'd probably want to do more for kids because young families, well, you go where your kids want to eat. So I'd probably try to appeal to the children, get the children a lot coming, so the parents would come, and that gets them all coming. I would also work on food. I'd make the food quality higher, where, hey, they just want to come because you love the food. So I would look at all those type of things. But I would have never figured out what Cracker Barrel figured out. And you got to give them credit. If you'd asked me in 100 years, I would have never figured out that young people are not coming because of the logo. And, I've never heard anybody say, you know what, I would go eat at Cracker Barrel, but I just can't stand that logo with that old guy. It just weirds me out. And but they figured that out, and hey, kudos to you. If you feel like that's a change that needs to be made, I'm sure that right now probably hordes of young people are just filling up those stores because you got that figured out. And the thing about making it more clean, more quiet, taking all those relics out and making it, just a cleaner slate. Well, that's genius, pure genius. Let me tell you, I'd have never thought of that. I like to have things to engage and look at when I'm sitting out and eating, talking, things like that. But to have it real clean and sterile, and I thought about that. You ought to think about maybe even going one step further and maybe changing it from Cracker Barrel to Sterile Barrel, because it really is just a clean look, like you're sterile. I mean, and I've thought about this. You are a genius because you open up a market that nobody's ever thought of. And you ought to think about trying to get in and having restaurants into like hospital cafeterias, because I've eaten their food and I think you have a real shot. And they are very clean, sterile, just exactly what you described. That's exactly what they have. It's a great fit. And just think about that. You could do away with the whole store thing and just go into these cafeterias. It's amazing. Just the business sense is just, it's hard to even grasp where this all comes from. But so don't let these things get you downhearted. Follow your conscience. If it bothers you to go there, don't go. And be true to your conscience, but pray for them. Take care. God bless.